here in Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 2, 5:30 start at Fir Park. Motherwell at home to Rangers. Full commentary to come on Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. The Championship, that kicked off on BBC Scotland last night. It was a good game. Arbroath 1, Ayr United 1. Today, Airdrie 2, Ross County 2, Morton 0, Dunfermline 0, Raith Rovers 1, Queen's Park 1, St Johnstone 5, Partick Thistle 1. A full card in League One this afternoon. No doubt at all that Inverness Caley Thistle were the favourites to land the league. They got off to a great start. It was Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 2, Hamilton Accies 2, Montrose 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness Caley Thistle 3, Peterhead 4, East Fife 1, Stenhousemuir 1, Alloa Athletic 2 into League 2, and there's no doubt at all there's been a lot of excitement around East Kilbride. Disappointing start for them today, so the full-time scores: Annan Athletic 3, Elgin City 2, Dumbarton 2, Clyde 1, East Kilbride 1, Spartans 3, Edinburgh City 1, Stirling Albion 2, Forfar Athletic 1, Stranraer 0. So that's the 3 o'clock kickoffs done and dusted. We'll try and bring you some managerial reaction from that top flight game at Rugby Park this afternoon. We're on the TV until 5:25, but the action will continue on BBC Radio Scotland. It should be a fantastic match at Fir Park. Full commentary to come. Motherwell up against Rangers. There for us, Stephen Craig and Derek Ferguson, our picture reporter Martin Dowden, and our match commentator Liam McLeod. Good evening to you, Liam. You can bring us the team news there.
Blazing sunshine here in North Lanarkshire, and just what will the season hold for Motherwell and for Rangers, both coming into it in good spirits. Motherwell coming through their League Cup group, and of course Rangers getting past Panathinaikos in Champions League qualifying. They'll face Victoria Pilsen in the first leg in Glasgow on Tuesday, but they made the short journey down the 74 here to face Motherwell on the opening day, and they dropped points in 16 of their league games last season. That's not going to cut it this time around if they genuinely want to push Celtic for the title. Motherwell have only won their opening league game once in the last 9 seasons as they look to beat Rangers here at Fir Park in the league for the first time since Boxing Day 2002. My goodness, that statistic's been living with them for so long now. It's the same team that Jens Bertel Askew puts out for Motherwell from the one that beat Morton in their last league game. It also started a friendly against Hertha Berlin last week, so the goalkeeper Callum Ward keeps his place, though Oxford is back amongst the subs. Back four of Katrumbis, Longalo, Gordon and McGinn, who plays in the league for the first time since January. Just Slattery, Fadinger and Watt across the middle. Maswenise and Stamatolopoulos up front, and it's his first league appearance since he scored against Rangers here in a draw in December. So it's the Motherwell starting 11: Oxborough, O'Donnell, Bammer, Sparrow, Halliday, Wilson, White, Ross, Said make up the bench. For Rangers, one alteration from the team that started both legs against the Greeks in those qualifying games, and it's no surprise that JD Kasama gets his first start. He has been producing a couple of incredible cameos as he waited patiently to get into the starting 11, but he's in today as he comes in for the youngster Findlay Curtis. So it's Butland in goal, Tavernier, Giga, Suter, Aarons, Raskin, Rothwell, Diamande, Dowell and Gassama either side of Danilo. The Rangers bench is Kelly, Cortez, Barron, Dessers, Bairami, Cameron, Jefte, Fernandez and Curtis. The referee, Stephen McLean, and the VAR, Andrew Dallas. Perfect conditions here. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks to Liam McLeod. We'll get the thoughts of both our pundits in a couple of minutes' time. First up, let's hear from the Motherwell manager, Jens Bertel Askew. He's been chatting with our reporter, Martin Dowden.
Jens, a big day for you, a big day for the club and the squad. How ready do you feel now to take on the challenge that you'll face out there?
We are 100% ready, and we know no matter how ready we are or not, we know it's a big game and a big challenge for us to face Rangers this early in the competition. But we have prepared well, and with the guys we have available now, and they are very, very keen and excited to play against Rangers today.
I think when teams come up against the likes of Rangers or a Celtic, people expect that the club will maybe adapt a little bit in terms of the way you play. I'm suspecting you won't do that today, is that right?
Look, what is adapting? I think you need to play all phases in the game, and we will try and do it our way, no matter who's visiting us here. We know the game picture is going to be different from playing Stenhouse Moor when you play Glasgow Rangers as Motherwell, and we'll have to deal with that. But when we get hold of the ball, I expect us to be equally brave as we've been throughout the whole pre-season, and then I also expect it to be a little bit more difficult to break through and to create problems for Rangers. But I do expect us to do it at times.
Jens Bertel Askew there. Good evening to you, Stephen Craigan. What are you expecting from your former club this season? A very tough start for them tonight.
Kenny, if I'm honest, I don't really know, because I've watched them 3 times in the Premier Sports Cup, which the manager spoke about, and they've dominated the ball. They've had lovely little patterns out from the back. At times it's been unopposed. When they have given the ball away in dangerous areas, they've got it back very quickly. So today is going to be a real learning curve, and I think they'll reserve judgment for 4 or 5 games to see what it's like when they're playing against Premiership opposition. The big ball comes out today. This is the kind of crux of it. You can plan for pre-season, you can have an idea in your head of how you want to play and what you want to do. I think the players will have to adapt today. They may not have as much possession as they want. There'll be more pressure. They're playing against better players. Even in the Premier Sports Cups game, when the ball turned over in transition, they were outnumbered. They were getting counter-attacked on, and they managed to get back and recover the ball. Today they won't have that luxury, I don't think, against better players. So if they can adapt their game, the manager has to allow them to think for themselves sometimes. You can't always want to play short passes. You can't always want to play it across your box. So we'll get a better gauge today of where they are. What I will say is they will be brave. They will take risks. It's high-risk football. I think it's looking at both sides, who can make the least amount of errors in the edge of their own box and possession of the ball will have a chance of winning the game.
Right, let's now hear the thoughts of the Rangers manager, Russell Martin. He's also been chatting with Martin Dowden.
Russell, how excited are you in the squad just to get this league campaign underway and see how far you've come in the short time you've had?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll give us a good barometer of where we're at. And we need to, show our intent of the team we want to be all season. So it's important for us to put in a performance we like today and a performance to win the game, and also to see where we're at and need to keep improving. And because this game maybe looks a bit different to the European games we've had already, and they've been 2 massive occasions for us. And we need to step up and deal with this one in the same way, but with a performance that feels even better than those.
Given the demands you're facing right now, I think people maybe wondered, would you tinker, change the starting 11? Why have you decided to only make the one change, and of course that change is someone who's made a good impact?
So I think we've had a really short pre-season before 2 big games, and within that we haven't been able to fit enough games in to give everyone lots and lots of minutes. So it comes down to consistency on the pitch and the guys that play the most minutes and are more used to what we are trying to do, whilst trying to catch the others up and speed up their process in training and all that. But it's very different to playing a game. So we've gone with the guys that have lived it on the pitch already, can hopefully learn a lot from midweek and improve on today's stuff, and also they built relationships. So, and we have a few good options off the bench. So we've decided to go with that, and hopefully it'll be the right decision.
Russell Martin there. Good evening to you, Derek Ferguson. Very early days, I know. Have you been impressed with what you've seen so far from the Rangers manager?
Yeah, he speaks very well, got to say that. He's very positive in his approach, but he's coming here tonight to a Motherwell side that I've had a decent pre-season. It was interesting listening to Stephen saying there it might be the game might ride on who makes the least mistakes. That tells you everything about the way Rangers want to play. At times it's high risk. I've not saw Motherwell this season, so it's interesting to see if that's the kind of same way they go about their business. But yeah, he's got a style of football. He's not going to deviate away from that. Just for me, when you come to places like this, in bigger games, it's about decision making. Yeah, you've got a way of playing, but when you're in possession of that ball, if it's not on, you don't play it. But Rangers seem to take risks, so they're coming here. You're not got a better opportunity, to get the ball down in the deck and play. It's a beautiful day, as we know, here in South Lanarkshire, and the pitch, as always, is immaculate. So it's made for a great game, but I think there's going to be a few kind of heart in the mouth
moments throughout this game, I think that's definitely a given.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks to the guys there. Full commentary to come on BBC Radio Scotland. The pictures coming into the studio here. As Derek said, the park looks absolutely immaculate there in Motherwell. So full commentary to come, Rory Loy. What are you expecting from Motherwell this season? As Stephen was saying, a new manager in. He's brought in a few new players. We understand he plays a very open, attractive style of football.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting exactly that, or at least attempt to try that. It just becomes difficult when you go, inevitably clubs like Motherwell will go through a sticky period in the season, so I don't always agree with people say, well, it's your philosophy, you've got to stick to it, you've got to believe in it. Sometimes you need to be able to adapt and to try and pick up a result, regain a bit of confidence, and then you can maybe go back to playing the way you were playing previously. So look, the keeper's meant to come out, as Tony said previously, and play almost as a sweeper, but as a third centre back. So it'll be interesting to see. I've heard he was as high up as the arc of the semicircle at the halfway line in some of the pre-season games. So doing that against Premiership oppositions, far